So this is going to be one of those videos where I tell you about stuff as I go through stuff. We're going to start where I start. I start right here where I live. This little short span of wall racked up with rods. Well, am I making a decision here? Or did I make it here? I think I made it here. It's after 9 o'clock p.m. I'm just getting stuff together, listening to Key and Key. There are two girls playing shamisen. Yeah, every time they're performing, usually anyway, they're dressed up in kimonos. Japanese girls, pretty cool shamisen players. It's basically, if you really take it seriously and listen to it, it's basically Japanese bluegrass, because the shamisen sounds a lot like a banjo, though it only has 3 strings, usually 3 strings, right? I told you, this is going to be one of those videos where I tell you about stuff. It is a fishing video, but it's a slice of life. Maybe that's your favorite anime, right? Slice of life. Slice of my life. Anyway, along with getting things together, I gotta feed the dogs. Welcome to my tackle room. If you want to check out the music that I'm chilling to, that I'm getting ready to right now, it's on a YouTube channel called Shamisen in Tokyo. The guy who does Tokyo Lens and Tokyo Lens Explore runs this channel. Key and Key. K-I and K-I. Key and Key is the name of these two girls. Well, their stage name.
I find this minivan sitting here ridiculous. It's been here for over 5 days. No plates. Both those windows gone. Interesting. It is just now 10:18. Feel like it's still too early for some of the things I want to do. Definitely too late, maybe a bit late anyway, if not too late for other things that I want to do, but we're doing it. I'm doing it anyway, solo. So I found something interesting the other night, and I wanted to come to see if it's still here. You can hear it, right? There's been this contractor in town working along 23, doing something underground. I think for AT&T, don't hold me to that. They keep rupturing the water main. To my knowledge, that's the second time. Sounds interesting to me. I want to know what it sounds like when I slow it down, and I'm sitting there also with the guitar, which is with me. But it's too loud. Way too early for this. Too much traffic. Not sure if I'm gonna get to record this without traffic. I want at least a 5 to 10 minute recording. 5. I think I can ask the universe to be quiet for 5 minutes, right? At least 23 to be quiet for 5 minutes, but I think we need to go fishing first before we can get that 5 minutes of quietness. Having about the same luck with the fishing spot as the first spot I wanted to check out. It's just really choked right here, but this is also a spot where I want to make a recording with the boom for obvious reasons. I mean, just listen to it. It's cool under this tree. Hear the frogs? Sound like bed springs. But look, bit of open water right there. This water is really shallow in front of me. I'm gonna start with a little less than a foot underneath this cork here. Can't see the hook so much, I know, but it's a size 6 Aberdeen by Eagle Claw. Put a little bit of red worm on there. I'm gonna fish this for a while before I do anything else. Maybe see if we can get some fish, get a maybe bait for a catfish session I want to do soon. At least, you know, give it time for the traffic to slow down a little bit. I'm not here to record a ton of traffic noise. Okay, that's decent. I wanted to get that cork as far out there as possible. I believe it's deeper where that cork is right now, and as it comes closer it gets shallow fast. I have caught some things in this position before. The better spot is where all that hyacinth is, to the side here. 20 to 30, maybe that's how long. Time to get booming so I can get to another spot. So I don't know what guitar this is. This was a free guitar. It's one of these cheap Spanish classical guitars. It's that of that style, right? It's probably gonna self-implode on me, because these kinds of guitars down here don't always fare well over time with the humidity. But anyway, I changed the strings today. They're out of tune slightly from the ride. I put some nickel wounds on here. I don't know what was going on with the strings that it came with, but they were in the wrong place. There were duplicates. Yeah, it was like the only proper string in its proper place was the G string with the original strings. I don't know what was going on. So I have it in open D right now, even though it needs to be tuned. Yeah, like I said, this is a free guitar. I actually have 2 other classical guitars. They're showing up in the garbage right now. There's a lot of people coming down here to work that play this style guitar. I say I have 2 other ones, because I do, but this is the only one playable. The other 2 are broke. I'm just going to end up, if I can get a guitar jig, I'll take the necks off them and put the necks on other things. I got a metal briefcase that I want to turn into a guitar. FYI, if you come across one of these at a thrift store super cheap, because there's a lot of them around right now, or you find it in the garbage, 9 times out of 10, it's this cheap bridge down here. Yeah, that breaks because they come off. You see, this one's made of plastic. It's probably not on there real well because I'm playing a slide on here a lot over and humidity. This the glue is going to come undone and it's going to pop off. That the other 2 guitars, that's what's up. These came off. The first one I found in the garbage, they tried to fix it with sheetrock screws and they just made it worse. What's funny is there's an abandoned, well, a closed down, we'll say, music store in this town. And I guarantee, well, I can't guarantee it, but I would say the odds, the probability of a guitar jig sitting in there, maybe more than one, with dust on it, are pretty good. But it's been closed for many, many years. There's one done. Let's go to another fishing spot now. Even though a lot of people don't like slice of life fishing videos, I find I enjoy shooting them. However, slice of life is not my favorite anime genre by far. So don't get confused. I'm not wasting a lot of time on that. That's the only noise we're going to make here. I know people out there like anime, so you're probably curious. Use that like anime anyway. You're wondering what is M Hood's favorite genre of anime. I'm not a really huge anime person, by the way, so I don't really have an answer. But I will tell you, I do have a fondness for Japan, for the culture, and a lot of other things, especially fishing, especially going there, and I plan on going there in the future. So I'm learning the language, and let me tell you something. You're not going to learn proper Japanese through anime, because in a lot of anime, people don't talk like that in Japan. But if you want to learn Japanese by just watching media, watching stuff like the way you watch anime, watch Japanese television. I'm watching something on YouTube, a series. It's a Japanese TV show called Samurai Cat in English, or in Japanese, Nico Samurai. Nico is the Japanese word for cat. It's about a samurai that ends up with a cat. It's starting to rain now. Oh no. I wish, is it gonna stop? I don't know. It's not necessarily supposed to rain. It's not in the forecast, but even though this is a cheap guitar, I really don't want to leave it out in the rain. I want to get as much life out of it as I can, whatever's left of it. That doesn't mean I'm ending my session. It just means I'm gonna be a smart hippie. Put it under here. I'm just gonna sit here for a little longer, see if I can get a bite. I have not gotten a bite, but because of flour, I don't really care. Oh, what is going on? Look at all these fish over here. What was that jumped out the water? He was like treating this like a dry pool, and he's on the board. What was that? Hopefully by now you've figured out that this is more about chilling than it is actually catching fish, because sometimes it is. Yeah, you're right. I feel like the final chapter is right around the corner. The other night I did a session similar to this, well, a video similar to this. Yeah, you're gonna have to look at my bald head because it's comfortable. In that video, there was no fishing and no fish. In this video, there's fishing and no fish. But this video is about chilling more than anything. I just wanted to chill tonight, make some recordings for the boom. In that video, at the end, I said I was going to come back out. And in the end, obviously I did not. Things took longer than I thought they would. And when those things got done, I felt done. So I got myself done. Anyway, you know, I had dinner and then I crashed. I say I had dinner, but it was like really early in the morning because I've just been stuck on this all night thing. Anyway, I'll say it again. I might come back out in a few hours when it's worth being out around sunrise, but I'm going to retune it to a bass thing and a perch thing. Yeah, you're right. At the moment, I'm going to call this, obviously. I'll go see if I can do that recording that I want to do because the traffic's slowed down, but the wind is picked up, so I might not be able to do all the recordings I wanted to tonight. Anyway, I'm super mellowed out, ready to go home and have another cup of tea, mellow out more, do some work, see if we can come back out and do this all over again in the heat. Well, in the morning at sunrise. Come on, let's go. Oh, yeah, you're right. We're not going. We're going soon, maybe. Right now, we're going to say thanks for watching. See you next time.